beginning, I have been maintaining my point. This issue is orchestrated. This issue was never on the ground. I'll give you a couple of points. And you're absolutely right. There is a lot of volatility. Yesterday, a Bajrang Dal activist was killed, brutally murdered by jihadis. So these kinds of things happening today. Bajrang Dal is protesting across the length and breadth of the country. And they are even warning of that we need the justice to be delivered. So with these things coming, the volatility of the situation is increasing by the day. Let me add a few points to it. The point number one is that hijab was never a part of the mandatory part of the Islamic tradition or culture. If it was, then all the 57 Islamic countries in the world, every woman for the last 1400 years would be wearing hijab, which is not the case. Countries like Saudi Arabia, countries like Pakistan, and some other countries, the hijab is banned. That's point number two. Point number three is that you have the right to wear the hijab, but you can wear it in your private life. So when you are at a school, when you are at a public place, when you are at a public fora where the idea of the uniform is that we must have uniformity. There must be no discrimination between a Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, or any other students. For all should look same. That is what the concept of uniform comes. Now, I don't know why suddenly this hijab is cropped in. Now, I want to give you an example. If you are wearing hijab, so would you go and play a football wearing a hijab? Would you be doing boxing wearing a hijab? Or would you be doing swimming wearing a hijab? Because these are all part of the today modern day schooling, what we do, and proudly so. Now, another important aspect of it is that, you see, there have been two incidents I want to bring your kind attention to. The point number one, there was a lot of row in Gurgaon about the namaz. Now look at the Muslim population of Gurgaon is not even 2%. A lot of hue and cry was created around namaz here, and now in Bangalore. Now what is the two, why I'm bringing up the two places? When the Chinese virus came, Delta wave hit Maharashtra, the financial capital of India. Gurgaon is the place where 66% of the Haryana's revenue comes from. So you are trying to orchestrate an issue here, bhai, yaha, ye hai, wo hai. And Bangalore and Gurgaon are the IT capitals of India. So another issue is being orchestrated around Bangalore to say there's a Hindu-Muslim problem, the religious harmony is not in place. There's a lot of trouble going on in Gurgaon and in Bangalore. The idea is to keep them out of the economic map of India. Now, who are the people doing it? Who are the people orchestrating it? There has been a phase to UP elections as well. So there is a concerted effort to give out this impression to the whole world that there's a problem on the ground. The fact remains there's no problem on the ground. If there's a namaz or a hijab problem in Bangalore, where the Muslim population is hardly not even less than 2 or 5%. Why the problem is not where the Muslim population is 20%, 30%, 50%, and 51%. There are places when the Muslim population is 51%. You don't see this problem there. So, but naturally, you look at the places, you look at their economic relevance, you look at their economic importance, you look at their contribution of GDP to the country and to the state. You can draw the map where the problem is coming from. When Shaheen Bagh has settled, when Kisan Mudda has settled, the people and the forces are looking to create one more issue which can get pan-India and can have this Hindu-Muslim thing going on. And with even the Western media will be very soon writing, oh, Muslims are being persecuted, Black Day, fascist government, Hindu nationalists, Modi. They will all have even the articles written. It's a matter of time. So it is very the quote of the Supreme Court. So, ma'am, let me complete, ma'am. It's very important on the Honorable of the High Court that they are trying to settle this issue within and by the end of this week, which is a welcome decision. I am that when it comes to kids, when it comes to the public life, you cannot have these religious symbols wearing on, because tomorrow I may say I will wear an Angavastra to office. Would you accept? Would you let me come on a TV on your channel wearing an Angavastra as per my tradition that is there? Or I might wear a saffron. Will you allow me to wear that? Or I might say I'm a Jain, I will only wear a white piece of cloth. Or I might say I'm a Jain which only wear kind of underwear only. So will you allow me to come into your show with that? So public places and all need a decorum that has to be followed. You can do whatever you want to do at your home in your personal life. Nobody is going to stop that. If we don't stop the Pandora's box, somebody might tomorrow come like, I want to do a sati. Why are you stopping Brahma sati? Somebody might wear such a big safa. This is my Rajasthani tradition. And the Hindu lady or a Hindu bahan might come wearing this much of gungat, say this is my tradition. So where does this end? And there are so many sects, there are so many customs in the India, and one day you might not be able to recognize the Indian from another. So you might have people going in all kinds of shapes, sizes, colors, and auras. Now, how does a school know he's my student or not? How do you differentiate? What is the mechanism for you to find even this girl is in my student or not? This is a thing we as a country need development. We want to become 50 trillion economy. There are a lot of people who are trying to stop us in that. There are a lot of people who are trying to stop us in the tracks. And I can tell you, even after the hijab is settled, there will be one more issue which will be cropped up.
Okay, Maria Tabassum, you wanted to say something? Now's the time.
So anyhow, if somebody, some jihadist has done it
Hijab is on the lines which I spoke. And in Kerala, there is a Muslim organization which controls 150 schools, and they say that the hijab is not mandatory. And as far as
Let him finish. Maria, come on. Maria Tabassum, don't interrupt. Maria Tabassum, please don't interrupt. Let him finish. I won't allow that. No, I won't allow that. Please, don't. You'll have to let him finish. Sumit, finish.
And Vinny, there is one more thing I want to quote to you here. That, in 201 at Kerala High Court, Madras High Court, and the Kerala 150 institutions are run by the Muslim body who says hijab is not mandatory. Now I want to bring to one more point. This accusation of being killed by jihadis, this is resonating across India. This is not a claim which I am saying any leader, to all leaders in the country. Most of the political leaders and all people are saying this is done by jihadis. Who else will kill a person for putting a Facebook post? I don't think any sane Muslim or a patriotic Muslim will do it. There are some people who have this mentality, and there are some people who have incited them. Obviously, there are these kind of people in the society which have done this work. So I won't be surprised in this. This is what the nation is saying, ma'am. This is
Okay,
not
one
what
more
I'm
thing.
alleging.
Okay, now
Maybe I want to go to Mohammad Ali Shah. Mohammad Ali Shah. No, Maria.
Tell me something. The holy land of Medina and Makkah is Saudi Arabia, where Islam came from. Is MSB wrong in banning hijab there? Does he not understand Islam? Does Saudi Arabia, where Islam originated, the holy land of Medina and Makkah, don't they understand Islam? Are they kafirs? Are they not Muslims? Can somebody answer me that, please?
Oh my God.
Okay, let Maria answer that. Maria, you want to answer that?
Okay, now you must give